Pendulums. Now, a basic pendulum swing is likened to that of a grandfather clock. While you will still use these pendulum swings, you're going to likely use the next technique, the isolated pendulum swings, more often. Casting the dart from your anchor to your lead side, or casting it rising forward or into your dark plane. The idea is to isolate the dart head about a foot or two above the ground. Your lead hand will be controlling the length of rope with a loose underhand grip and will be acting as a pulley system that you feed the slack into with your tethered hand. Casting these pendulums into your dark wall is as easy as lifting your palm up overhead and rotating your palm behind you, almost as if you were holding a bowl of soup and trying to serve it to someone behind you without turning around. With this pulley system, you're going to notice that every time you reach the apex of your cast to either side, your hands come together, and your hands are pulled fully apart when the dart swing nears 6 o'clock, with your lead hand held up high, which in turn helps the dart to stay elevated, allowing you to continue the isolation back and forth. Same goes for casting your dark wall pendulums. When doing it, you might want to tuck your pelvis forward a little for some clearance. So most of the time when you use the pendulum, you're probably going to end up letting the momentum carry out every time you reach a certain direction. So I would end up feeding my hand with a loose grip. I'm not holding this tight, and I'm not like so lift that it's just going to fall off. I'm feeding it in as it's going to a direction, and then as it reaches the apex of that direction, I'm pulling back again. Now, as I'm doing all of that, I'm going to also raise my hand to prevent the grandfather swing from happening in order to isolate just this direct line. So you'll be on just a horizontal line. So instead of doing this, which is what like a grandfather clock does, you'll be doing this. So it follows my waistline. And so I'm doing this as if I'm holding like little teardrop or holding like a ring, and like when I'm reaching to my side, I've got my palm up. Other side, I've got my thumb hold. And if I am going behind myself, I would use my palm up and then like aim my palm over my back. And you use this with pulley system things in order to keep it off the ground when you're doing everything, and you obviously utilize them. So go off from a shot, or you can go off from fully caught like one like step over here, and then just lift up and pull down, and then just feed it to the other side. Like that, and then you're quick with the speed. Every time you're up there, every time you shot at the apex, that's when you want to lift your hand as you're yanking. So right at the apex, yank. So my guide hand is lifting at the apex. Timing the pullback of the lead hand just as the apex of the cast is reached will reduce potential ricochet and give you a cleaner isolated plane. And that's going to wrap up my pendulum recap. Happy darting, everyone.